Today we're going to be bringing to you a VOD review for my boy Enzo, aka Jose, aka the worst player I've ever met. I'm just kidding. But I'm doing a VOD review for my homie. Currently he's playing some KJ on Fracture, right? Uh, Jose is silver, and he's looking to rank up. He wants to get up the ranks. He's trying to hit that gold for the season ends. And yeah, so let's get to it. So a few things that I'm just gonna touch on real quick. I'm not gonna go super in depth because I feel like since he's silver, there's a lot of concepts and things that he just might not grasp yet. So we're just gonna kind of try to keep it basic, just to focus on getting him to the next level instead of trying to give him every piece of information. So the first thing we were gonna talk about is the map he's on, and so yeah, let's go. Our boy is playing on Fracture, right? And I think something really important to keep in mind is certain maps are sided to a certain side. And that might sound a little confusing, but what I mean is a map like Fracture is attacker sided, and another map will be more defender sided. And how you dictate that, is it easier to attack or is it easier to defend? So, for example, if I am a Astra and I am playing on B, how many angles can the enemy come from, right? And obviously, a lot of maps will have two entryways, right? But if an enemy can come from in front of me and an enemy can come from behind me at the same exact time, this is already rough for me, right? So at this point, they would have the advantage because they can clear out two sides at once. Same thing with A. Enemies can come from so many different angles. If I were to play on site, it's just ridiculous. So this map will favor attackers. So with that being said, you have to understand when you're on a map, what side does it lean towards, right? And why does it lean toward that side, and how can you abuse that? On a map like Fracture, you want to be doing split pushes a lot of the time. You don't want to just always five stack through a lane, which my boy Jose and his randos do a lot this game. Once we'll see it, we'll talk about it. We might bring it up again, but I'm just going to get that point out of the way so we don't always keep reiterating that, right? So, yeah, let's go to the video. All right, so like I was saying, back in the lane, all five in, people walking, people walking in. That needs to be a calm, right? You need to tell your team that some dude is running in right now because you haven't said a word.
Spike down A.
You also saw one stand. So I guess one thing we can already talk about right now is communication, right? Just feeding your teammates information. At this point, I think it's safe to say that Urena knows that there's one A link, but he doesn't know if there's one sand right now. But I think that is a very important call, just to give him more information so he understands how to play. And if he should even peek off of this, because in my head, he should probably just chill on site with the gecko, and maybe they fight for main together, and then you hold across, denying people from pushing in from probably over here. That's right.
My double's dead.
So right there, as you've gotten that kill, the guy probably knows that you're here now. So instead of playing this angle where if somebody gets tucked into these corners, they can fight you without your teammates helping you, I would just tuck yourself here and force them to walk past you. Because right here, your Reyna can't trade you.
One enemy remaining.
Good kill.
Last player standing.
Exactly what I said. All right, so we won. We won round one. What does that mean for our economy, right? That means we are now in a buy round, right? The enemy team won't be able to buy guns. If they buy guns, they won't have armor, so we will have the advantage, right? You are an agent that, in my opinion, needs utility. Your utility is very strong, but why not abuse it? maybe you don't necessarily need the alarm bot and the nano bots now, but I think they're still pretty strong. I would be buying a Spectre or a Bulldog at most. Reasoning because your team's not going to buy as much as you are, for one, as well as if you were to die here, your teammates can't. If your teammates aren't playing off you, you are donating a Vandal to a team that's on a disadvantage. Giving a team that is on pistols a Vandal is very bad. You do not want to give them a very good gun to give them a chance.
We definitely killed them.
Full armor and a Spectre is already putting you at such a great advantage. And obviously understanding which site would be better to push with those guns. So as you see here, you guys are going for the old 5 stack of Rooney through A. You guys get a pick. So right there, I would explode. Like, I would take this advantage here to just sprint off the site with your team. You've gotten a pick. Might be one on site, maybe not, but just explode on the site. Get that map control, right?
Reloading.
Right now, the longer you take, the more time they have to rotate. And then maybe if you were there, maybe you stop your guy from getting killed there. I'm not sure exactly where he died from. You took a gamble, you bought a handle, and it worked out. Now you're buying all your utility. Now your team will be bonusing. So one thing to keep in mind here, right, is since your team is bonusing, you got, one with a pistol, two with Spectres. The enemy team is probably gonna have mostly mostly Vandals and stuff like that. Except for the few that decided to buy up and got deleted. But right now, what I would communicate is, hey, I have a Vandal, and somebody play off of me. Or what you could do is you could give your Vandal to one of your duelists, like your Reyna, and be like, hey, let's trade guns. I'm gonna let you entry with the Vandal, and if you die, I'll take my gun back, right? I know it sucks to be like, hey, just take my gun, man, and rely on your teammates, but wouldn't it be better to put, let's say like, or like your Gecko, like he's fragging right now. Wouldn't it be better to just make his life a little bit easier? And then if he dies, you take the gun back anyways. You know what I'm saying? So, but if you're not gonna give them the gun, tell them to play off of you. So if you die, you give them the gun. The reason why I'm saying it's probably a good idea to trade those because you are a sentinel. Should have been taking. You should have. Y'all should have had sight already. Y'all should have been clearing angles. Reyna should have flashed out here. These aren't things that are your fault, but man. No one's behind you. No two are in front. One's still behind. Fight forward with your jet. So right there, we're gonna go back a little bit. Okay, so you know there's one behind and there's one in front. When we're gonna explain this concept because this concept is pretty simple. So when you have the man advantage, right? You're up one. You gotta chill. When you're down one, you gotta make something happen. When you are equal, you play you play safe, you play off of each other, right? In this scenario here, it is two of y'all versus two of them, right? One is flanking from your spawn. Jet is playing an angle where he is safe from that spawn and fighting someone else. Right now, you have two choices. You either take a one-on-one with the Sage in main and probably lose because I think Sage has full health, or you fight with the Jet, maybe still die, but kill the Gecko, putting your Jet in a 1v1 and actually giving him a chance to win. Anyways, you could drop an alarm bot right here and instantly go to run to help your teammate, but I think you fight the Gecko here. Let's see. We're gonna pause and see what we look. So right now, your Jet is fighting Gecko. If you would have walked up, played behind his box, and just played off of your Jet, you're gonna get free wall hacks and just swing him and kill him. But you take the 1-on-1 and you lose. So low-key here, you are 2 points off of your ult. I would just communicate with your team. Let's walk up and grab this orb A, and then maybe even walk up B and grab that orb. So what that means is we're gonna go to the map to do this. All right. So I'm pretty sure these orbs, I mean, this little blue dots that I drew, represented where the orbs are at or where they're roughly at, right? So what I would do here is knowing that you're 2 points off of ult, I would say, hey, let's walk up dish, grab this orb, and then let's walk back to arcade, grab this orb, and now I'm gonna go underneath with somebody and I'm gonna plant my ult, and then you guys have a basically a not a free round, but like a really strong round with your ult, right? Like you could get your ult for free and turn like a dry push into a push with an ult here. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's the play. And I feel like this is what you should be looking for here. So I like this change up. It is a little late though. That's good. You caught somebody trying to rotate out because they realized that you're going A every time, and you realized that, so you made a play knowing that somebody would push off of their side aggressively. With the information that you all been doing the same thing every round, you're pretty confident that you can get this flank off. So I don't think this is a terrible idea. Nice.
Here. Placing swarm grenade.
You're gonna make a mistake here though, right? Because right, 3, 2, 1, you're dead. You don't know where anybody's at, and I'm pretty sure you haven't been checking the mini map as you've been walking up. We're walking through here. You are exposed. Angle. As well as this angle, right? But he was here. But you killed the guy who was holding this one, but there's still a threat here. And you don't even clear it. You know, what if there was a guy here, he was just oblivious and just didn't like know that this guy died from your spawn, right? This could have been another free kill too if there's a guy here, but you just don't know because you don't even check.
Fire in there. Oh. That's done.
The fight was a little awkward, but you played it better than he did.
I think we might need to back off.
Yeah, let's rotate. Let's go back to A. Let's go back to A. Let's go back to A. Let's go back to A.
Fuck it, we ball.
Just walk up, walk up, walk up. Let her walk up. Nice.
Fuck
Right
that.
there, right there. You know where they're at. I'd probably just walk up so you can play off your jet.
I fucked that up.
Dad, stop.
Oh, go help him out. Go help him out.
Holy shit!
His body fucking blocked
Last
me.
player
Jesus
standing.
Christ.
Spike
Guys, don't even
down
worry about
A.
it.
Right there, you probably could have forced them to swing you because
Pussy ass bitch.
they know that they had him detained. Could have just played across. They swing him to kill him. You know, you fight. You know.
Left. Right.
You're just better, you're
There
better,
we
you're
go.
better, you're better, you're better, you're better.
Man, let people play the game, dog. Holy moly.
You're better, you're better.
All right, now that you have ult, you can be looking for a site execute. Personally, I think B is the best one because it's the easiest. It's the easiest site. Just get underneath, right? Get a plan off. I mean, get your ult off, and it just gives you mad space. So I think with KJ, you should always go B. Gotta be wary though, because knowing that you have ult, better players will try to check you and not let you get underneath for free. But yeah, but I definitely think I think it's probably definitely a B push here. Walking out with your ult.
Fuck. Yo, what are our thoughts on the Mr. Easy guy?
Oh, oh.
Yeah, so you got timing, right? And I'm gonna explain that real quick. So let's use the map again. So the concept of timing is basically not about things being bad, like unlucky or bad timings, right? It's more so of just like the action that I'm taking. While I take this action, how much time am I giving them, and what can they accomplish in this time? So What information? As an enemy player, what information do I have? You guys hit A lot. Like your A push percentage is like 90% or higher. So as a B player, I'm in my head. I'm like, they're probably gonna go A. So what I'm gonna do, right, is I'll try to have somebody help me, and I'll probably peek off rip to see if they are B main, right? What you did here, you walked up slow, whatever, blah blah blah, blah, walked up here, right? You got your ult off, and then you walk back. But instead of clearing this or having utility to watch it, you continue to watch this way with your back towards that thing. So the time it took you to do all this, they face check this and realize that you're not there, and they get a flank off, right? And that's how you die. Because the time it took you to do one action, they did another, and then you completely ignored it and didn't like eliminate the option by checking it. So that is timing. That makes sense. So I'd be checking the enemy team's economy, just seeing what they're working with, so you can have a better idea of what kind of push you want to do. But knowing y'all, want to push A.
Can we report the other killjoy for that?
Well, I think you can start doing as well
Oh, no,
is reminding your team what kind of utility and ults that they have so that they can use it, right? So, for example, here you can probably just talk to the Gecko and have him use his ult here to initiate.
What? No.
Bring that.
Fuck, bro. Mosh pit.
Dang, I've already saw 3 people, probably 4 on A. I wonder why they know y'all are here.
Mosh pit.
This is crazy. It's not like you push A 90% of the time.
Last player
Whoa, would have never guessed it.
They're mosh.
Yeah, wait, maybe we like
Yeah. I think we should go B this time.
do the same shit.
So you guys have realized they're stacking, so you're switching it up.
Yeah,
Cool.
raise up there, and then Cypher's gonna be mosh pit.
Alright, we go away.
Why the hell does one grenade like just turn off your push? One raised grenade just deters you guys. That is ridiculous.
We go away.
I can't fathom how you kill this man around the corner. And it said you use a how? He's not even on your screen anymore when you kill him. I can't comprehend this.
Give him on it.
So I like that you're pushing out. You're being aggressive here. But like you don't even clear drop.
135 on.
Okay, you see all 3 A main.
Play calm a little bit.
I hear your team's really split here.
Yeah, I'm going in their spawn.
One enemy
Jet,
remaining.
you should try to get some kills.
Spike planted.
Nice. So right here, everybody obviously needs ult points, but I would check to see who's closest to their ult, because if it's you, you should be getting this. You should be getting this diffuse. I think the Gecko ult might be better though, because of the fact that it's a map you want to play aggressive on. So maybe it's better to have an aggressive ult so that you can play defense aggressively instead of like playing reactive with a KJ ult. Told him 3 times you want to watch it, and he's ignored you. Just go somewhere else. Well, you no, they're not backside here.
It's clear.
They're probably going through B
I think
main.
they're mosh.
They're definitely gonna be going B. They're definitely gonna be going B.
Imagine if they're there already. You're dead. You are dead. You're not be peeking with your gun because you think that they're over here
100%.
I mean, or aren't you?
without your gun.
Treat me like YT. Don't do me
Oh,
dirty.
can we? Someone still go away though?
Turret down.
Brandon gets that kill for free.
Found swarm grenade out. Spike down B. Swarm grenade out.
Treat me like YT.
One enemy remaining.
Let's go! I got a kill.
One thing I noticed is like you're not checking their economy at all. Like checking their economy will give you a pretty good idea of how they're gonna push, how fast they're gonna push. Are they gonna stack? Are they gonna split? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you need to take these things into consideration.
Don't even understand.
Spin the box twice like there ain't nowhere to park.
Ta-da! What did you win? What the hell? What are you doing? You're just running B main. Check. Jump peek. What is what is telling you that they're not there? That you feel so comfortable to just run out like that?
Yo.
They would have swung y'all while that eye was up. You probably would have died.
You will not kill my ally. You should run.
To the piece of garbage.
Spike.
Why the hell are you peeking with utility out, Jose?
You will
What are you, fucking tech support? Holy shit. What is this?
not kill my ally. You should run.
So, ended up being game right there, right? So, we're going to quickly overview what I feel like obviously you need to work on, things like that, right? These are just, basic things that I feel like if you can start getting them down, your rank will definitely go up. And then after that, we can probably dive into a little deeper topics, right? For one, you need to understand what map you're on and who it favors. Is it attacker sided? Is it defender sided, right? And how does that change how you play, right? You have to play aggressive on defense. Or is defense easier so you can play it normally? Things like that. Other than that, when it comes to your round to round planning, non-existent, right? You hit A site about 90% of the time, and you didn't switch until you started losing it. Which I get it. If it's broke, don't fix it. But you guys weren't even pushing it correctly because you were doing just 5-man rushes through drop. You know. Another thing, right? Economy, 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 right? That will dictate so many things. Because if you go into every round assuming they have vandals when they are on an eco, you are going to run into a lot of people, especially as the ranks get higher. They are going to run shotguns and they're going to sit in corners, and it's going to piss you off because you're like, they won't play there. They have vandals. And then, doof, bucket to the mouth. And you're going to be like, what? Why is he there? Because he's broke, and that's the only play he can make. You know what I'm saying? As well as if you know that one person plays one site and they're broke and they're probably going to buy a shotgun, push the other one. Why? Because shotguns suck at retaking. If you have to retake with a shotgun, it's so bad. It is so bad. So why not force them into a harder fight? Yeah, you got to take the initial fight, which might be a little more difficult because they have even guns, possibly. But like, force that shotgun into a position where it sucks. Yada yada, right? Other than that, I feel like you had a pretty good game. Could have played better. Everybody can play better, right? But just yeah, if you take those things that I talked about and you apply them a little bit better, learn a little bit more, you'll be good. And yeah, hopefully I get to see another game of yours, so that we can continue to help you get better, right? Jose and the road to gold currently. Let's go. Alrighty, and for anybody who enjoy this content, please leave a like to let me know that I'm doing a good job. And if you would like to have one of your games reviewed, you can always stop by in my Discord and submit a VOD so that I can check it out. Currently, I will only be accepting VODs through YouTube that are unlisted, and or VODs from Twitch highlights, right? Please make sure the quality is 720p or higher, or I will not be viewing it, just to maintain the quality on my channel. It has nothing to do, it's nothing against you guys for having a bad system or anything like that, but I don't want to watch a 240p video and try to go over that. It's not worth it. I can do other things. But yeah, if you enjoy the content and want to keep up to date with me and my channel, definitely leave a sub so you'll never miss a video. And yeah, I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Take care.